When someone refuses to acknowledge who they truly are, they often use others not as reflections of truth, but as distractions from it. And when that someone is a narcissist, the entire relationship becomes a stage, not for love, but for concealment. Instead of entering a partnership for connection, a narcissist may deliberately choose someone who will help them maintain a socially acceptable image. The partner becomes a prop, used to validate a persona the narcissist wants the world to believe. This isn't intimacy. It's strategic camouflage. In cases where the narcissist is suppressing or hiding their homosexuality, the partner is used as living proof of a conventional identity. Every hug in public, every romantic post online, every family event becomes part of a carefully constructed performance. The partner isn't loved for who they are, but for what they represent. They are made to play the role of emotional proof that the narcissist is living a normal life. But in reality, it's a play, one in which the narcissist hides behind someone else's genuine love to cover their own disowned truth. One of the clearest red flags in such dynamics is extreme gender overcompensation. It's not an expression of identity, it's a performance designed to suppress suspicion. For closeted narcissistic men, this often takes the form of exaggerated masculinity, obsession with dominance, hypersexual posturing, or stereotypical male bravado. They may constantly reference their supposed heterosexual exploits or assert their manhood through aggression or control. But these behaviors aren't signs of self-assurance. They are armor designed to drown out the truth they refuse to acknowledge. Likewise, women hiding same-sex attraction may excessively perform femininity. They curate their looks for male attention, speak in ways designed to please men, and present themselves based on what society expects a desirable woman to be. It isn't confidence, it's compliance with a narrative they feel forced to maintain. And at the heart of this performance is narcissism. It's not just about hiding who they are, it's about controlling how others see them. They don't just want to avoid being questioned, they want admiration, applause, and the illusion of perfection. But behind closed doors, the act begins to crack. Real intimacy becomes impossible. Partners feel disconnected, undesired, or even resented. They reach for closeness and find a mask instead of a heart. In these relationships, emotional intimacy is not absent by accident, it's withheld deliberately. In the beginning, affection may seem normal, but over time, the connection turns cold, distant, and transactional. Conversations remain surface level. Moments of vulnerability are quickly dismissed. If you press for connection, you may be labeled as too sensitive or needy. But the real issue isn't your emotional needs, it's the narcissist's fear of being seen. True closeness threatens the false self they've built, so they build walls instead of bridges. And physical intimacy often follows the same pattern. Early passion fades into mechanical acts or vanishes altogether. When questioned, the narcissist redirects blame, citing stress, accusing you of being demanding or suggesting you're imagining things. This calculated avoidance creates confusion, making you question your reality. But the truth is this: you're seeking love from someone committed to hiding behind a lie. When you start sensing the disconnect, when your intuition whispers that something is off, the narcissist doesn't come clean. They go on the attack. Your concerns are flipped back on you. Suddenly you're too emotional, overanalyzing, or ungrateful. You begin to doubt yourself. They use guilt to make you feel responsible for the very problems they created, and shame to silence your voice. If you bring up emotional distance or strange behavior, you're mocked or accused of jealousy. This is not confusion, it's control. It keeps you tangled in self-doubt and focused on fixing a relationship that was never built on truth. Over time, your confidence erodes. You question your perceptions, your feelings, even your worth. But you're not the problem. You're being emotionally punished for seeing too clearly. Another powerful clue in these relationships is the presence of unusually intense same-sex friendships. To the outside world, they appear harmless or platonic. But within the context of the romantic relationship, they feel emotionally charged, sometimes even romantic. These friendships often contain the emotional richness and affection that the narcissist withholds from their partner. The narcissist may come alive around these friends, smiling more, laughing louder, and showing more connection than they ever offer at home. When you point it out, they minimize or mock your concerns. You're accused of being jealous or insecure, but your instincts are not wrong. You're witnessing an emotional loyalty that competes with your relationship, one that exists behind a mask of just friends. Sometimes there are ambiguous comments, affectionate behavior, or subtle flirtation. But whenever you question it, you're shamed into silence. What's tragic is that while you're used to uphold a public image, the narcissist may be emotionally entangled with someone else, someone who reflects what they cannot admit about themselves. You're left holding the pain of being excluded from your own relationship. To protect the secret, narcissists often go to great lengths to create a picture-perfect life. The stable job, the social media posts, the family portrait, all crafted to say, look at me, I'm exactly what you think I am. But the truth is buried beneath the illusion. Partners in these setups become co-actors in someone else's performance. Public affection is staged. Social media becomes a highlight reel of a story that doesn't reflect real life. When you raise concerns, you're reminded of how lucky you are. Gratitude is weaponized to make you question your own truth. And when things start to unravel, the narcissist intensifies the act. More photos, more praise, more pretending. But these gestures are not about love. They are about control. Meanwhile, the partner slowly disappears behind the curtain. Their pain is silenced by the applause the narcissist chases. If any of this feels familiar, know this. You did not fail to be loved. You were used to hide what someone else was too afraid to face. But here's the truth. Your worth is not determined by the role someone cast you in. It is found in your freedom to walk away from illusion and toward truth. This is Living Beyond Narcissism. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel.